everyone. So I'm making my Oreo balls tonight to get ready for the holiday season. I take them to almost every Christmas party I go to, and people always say that my balls are better than theirs. So I thought I'd make a video on how I make mine. I do a few things that might be a little bit different that might help when you're making yours. So I do use mint Oreo for mint balls. I like these. I just started those ones last year. And then I just use regular Oreos for just my regular Oreo balls. Don't use the double stuffed. It's overrated and it actually changes the consistency and it's not as good. So the first thing I'm gonna do is just pour it into the food processor and crush up the Oreos. So once I'm done crushing up all my Oreos, I happen to do 2 packages at a time. I think it just saves me some time and it goes a little bit faster. Plus I'm always making a ton of balls. For every package of Oreos, I use 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese. So I have 2 8-ounce packages, a total of 16 ounces. Something different that I do, I always heat up my cream cheese just a little bit, like 45 seconds to a minute in the microwave before I add it in. It just mixes a whole lot easier than when you're putting it in there cold. And then I'm going to grab a mixer and I'm going to start with that. After I've mixed for a minute at the most with a mixer, I'm going to finish it by hand. So my mix only looks like this. It's definitely not perfect, but I have found that if I over mix, it actually just changes the consistency and the balls just are not as good at all. You still want to be able to bite into it and feel a little bit of that cookie crunch. It's just a whole lot better. So I'm just going to smooth it up against the sides of the bowl for another minute or 2. Okay, you can see. So after I'm done hand mixing, mix looks a little bit more like that. It's still not completely perfect, but I'm gonna keep mixing it and smoothing it out while I roll my balls. I usually do my balls probably about that big. Don't want them too big, but if they're too small, the white chocolate on the outside just really overpowers it. And when you're done rolling all of your balls, put them in the freezer. That is the key. You've got to put them in the freezer and make sure that your balls are frozen before you try to dip them in the chocolate. All right, so I'm getting ready to melt the white chocolate to dip the balls in. I just used store-bought white chocolate chips. They were 2 for $4, so that's right up my speed. And then I'm gonna use a double broiler pan. I'm gonna fill this with water, not too much, because if the pan hits the water, the chocolate kind of melts a little too fast for me, and it will start to harden. I'm gonna put it on low and just add the chocolate and let it melt. It doesn't take but maybe 2 minutes to go ahead and melt up. And you can stop. So I just got my balls out of the freezer. They are frozen and ready to be rolled in the white chocolate. I'm just gonna roll it with my hand. It's really not that hot. People always think it's gonna be hot. It's not. If you're going to wanna do sprinkles, you have to put it on right away. That chocolate dries really fast and it will harden and your sprinkles will fall right off. So you almost have to do it immediate. And you just keep rolling away. So after I got done dipping all of the balls in the chocolate, I put them in the fridge just for a little bit to harden up and cool off so that I can put them in Tupperware soon. This is the end result of round 1. I still have another round to make tonight for a party tomorrow night. The original Oreo balls I dip in the white chocolate, so those are these ones here, and the mint ones I dip in milk chocolate. That's this one here. That way I can differentiate between the two. I can take them both to a party. People know what they are about to bite into. But that is how I do my Oreo balls, and that's why my balls are better than yours.